since I caught you all that ice, you got no chill, no more.
What's good, YouTube? What's up, Z babies? I'm back with another video. So, wait, can I start with? So I'm just, let me get this on my chest. This is gonna be a story time. So I'm gonna give you guys story time about everything that's about to happen. But yeah, but I'll get right back with y'all in a minute. Hold on. Alright, I'm back. So I'm about to give you guys a story time of one of my fights. Yeah, get in there. Yup. Well, so I'm about to give you guys a story time. So I'm about to tell you, I'm a little quiet because it's kind of late, but I'm gonna give you a story time. So which story time? Which fight story time? Okay, y'all. But I don't got no video of it. I'm gonna give this one because this was like last month. So it was this kid. Let's call him Jerry. Let's call him Jerry. His name I'm gonna call him Jerry. And a lady, my teacher, I'm gonna call her Miss Money. I'm gonna call her Miss Money. And Miss Money, she was an art teacher. Alright. So one day, Jerry and some other kid was getting into an argument. They was arguing. They were just going back and forth. So, yeah, they was arguing. So then I took it upon myself to ask the other kid that Jerry was arguing with, his friend, I guess he was with, Magic. His friend is a new kid. His friend was a new kid at that time. But him, I was like, ask, what I say? I was like, what's your age? I was like, how old are you? He 14. I'm gonna say he 14. He 14, and then Jerry took it upon himself to say, this is a long story. He took it upon himself to say, I'm 14 too. So, yeah, he said I'm 14 too. And I said, no, you're not. And we started getting into a debate about the argument or whatever. And we was arguing. And then it started to get a little serious, a little effing serious. And he started to, like, I don't give a F, and I started clapping back. Like, who's you talking to? So I started clapping back, and I was like, and I'm like, I said, the F, little boy, and I'm catching the attitude, and I'm like, the F, and we going back and forth. So then, I'm gonna call the aide teacher. I'm gonna call her, I'm gonna call her Miss Sam. I'm gonna call her Miss Sam. No, I'm not gonna call her Miss Sam. I'm gonna call her Miss G. I'm gonna call her Miss G. Miss G, she said, y'all both acting like little kids or whatever. And no, it was Mr. The guy, one of the teachers, he came and he was like, what's going on? Because he was in the middle of the argument. He was watching the middle of the argument and how we was arguing. So I was just telling him, like, he did what he did, and it really got on my nerves. So then, like I said, Miss Hitsy, she was like, y'all both acting like some little kids. I'm like, what? And I said, no, Mrs., you better get him. I said, you better get him, because he's still already talking to me crazy, like I'm gonna duck him in his effing mouth. Like I'm gonna pop. Yeah. But Magic, I'm gonna tell you that Jerry, if you watching this, I don't like you, and I see you on the streets, we fighting too. But let's scratch that off. But Jerry, let me say Jerry, he ran his mouth a lot. He ran his mouth. Jerry ran his mouth a lot. He really did never wanted to fight. Like, he never wanted to fight. He wanted to be so street. He wanted to be so street. I was his friend. But Jerry, he wanted to be so street. He wanted to be so hood. He thought he was tough. He thought he was big dog. He thought he was just real, like, he about that. But he's really not. At the end of the day, he's not. And I'm just gonna say how it is. He's not tough. He's not about that. So, like I said, we get into argument. So, but like Miss Cece, what she said, Miss Cece, Miss Cece, if you watch this, my bad. I did not mean to say your name. Miss G. Miss G. I'm gonna say Miss G. She, like I said, she was like, y'all both acting like some little kids. And like I said, I took it by myself. And I was like, you need to get him. So I just grabbed myself and I walked out. I walked the heck out the classroom. Mind you, when I walked out the classroom, Miss G, she tried to come after me. But the kid that Jerry was already arguing with, they ended up getting into the fight, like, over there by the lockers. I'm not hearing what the heck is going on. But me and Miss G, we had a good relationship. So, I felt like Miss G was acting. Oh, like I said, they ended up getting into a fight over there, by lockers. When I walked out, I left the building, actually. I left the building, and I went outside. Hold on. It was over there in the corner. I walked out, I left the building. Yeah, then, like I said, the art teacher, Miss Money, she ended up coming, and the other aide, I'm gonna call him Mr. Bitcoin. Mr. Bitcoin, Mr. Bitcoin, he started coming, like, walking after me, and with Miss Money. So then they started coming after me. So then they calmed me down. I went to the building. I went inside the building. Yeah, I went inside the building. I'm gonna cut some stuff out because I don't want the world knowing my business. So, I got in the building and I went in. Some stuff had happened. I'm not gonna say what it was, but some stuff had happened. And the next day, me and our teacher, we wasn't getting along. So, I had seen her because I had art class, and I was in the classroom, and I felt like she wasn't taking responsibility. And I felt, after this whole situation, I feel like I wasn't taking responsibility. And yeah, so yeah, and then we then we went back to, like, scratch all the rest of the day. We get back to our class. This is around probably after lunchtime. All the other kids went down to gym. Me and Jerry stayed in the classroom. And that day I was really planning. So when I see Jerry, I was gonna beat the what out of him. I was gonna square up with him when I seen them at the door. Like what Ivory said, she said, I ain't let that girl get no hands in. From the rooter to the tootie, to the door, to the floor. That's what I was about to do. But I didn't. So, yeah. But, yeah, and we was cool. We was actually talking. But I still felt at that day, I still felt like he owed me an effing apology. He still owed me an effing apology. But, yeah. But and I felt bad. And so I'm broke. I'm writing Miss Money. Yeah, Miss Money. I write Miss Money a note saying, I'm sorry. I apologize. So Jerry, he decides to come up to my desk and he's at my desk, and he touched my bracelet. Let me get it. It's right here. It's right here. Hold on. He started touching this bracelet. This is on my desk, and he started fiddling with it and started just touching it. And I was like, stop touching my stuff, because when somebody's in my area, I get agitated, especially when you touching all of my stuff. And that was real irritating. So I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I caught an attitude. I feel like that's what Sagittarius do. That's just me as a Sagittarius. You touching my stuff, I get irritated real fast. That's just how I am. I'm gonna tell you, get the heck out of my face. And he started fiddling like with my bracelet. And I'm like, I said, you can go over there by your desk if you're gonna touch all of my stuff. And I guess that triggered him. That's his favorite word. It triggered me. I guess it triggered him, and he got mad. And he started talking. Mind you, me and Jerry, we got into a fight before that fight, but he didn't want to hit back. But this fight I'm talking about right now, he actually hit back, but I'm still eating stuff. Yeah. And so we start getting into an argument, and all I remember him just talking, and let's say Miss G, the aide, because Mr. Coin, he was downstairs with the Mr. Coin was downstairs in the gym with all the other kids that was in the class. So it's just me and Jerry up in there, and mind you, our regular teacher, he wasn't there. So it was a substitute, and it was a woman. It was a substitute teacher. She was saying that she watching everything unfold. She watching everything happen. But I don't think they know me. But I don't think they know me. But I was like, I'm just like, cause I swear to God, I'm not even gonna lie. If Jerry see the old me, if Jerry played the same thing, but the old 2022 Zephaniah, 2023, 2020 Zephaniah, he would but drug through that classroom. And I'm not even gonna lie, everything would have been messed up in that classroom. I'm telling you, and I've been trying to tell him, if that little boy was messing with me, the 2020, 2025, that whole class would have been messed up, including his face. And that boy would have been dragged out by the ambulance. What did he say? Do you know why he? Dog went out by. You know why he? And get dragged out in that ambulance. He would have been drugged out in that school in the ambulance. Let's get back to the story. So, yeah, we arguing, we not arguing, but he just talking stuff. And I remember him saying, Miss G, I'm gonna call her Miss OG now. Miss OG, Miss OG trying to tell him to come on, let's remove yourself from the situation with Jerry. F no, I'm not going with you. I'm staying right here. He wanted to stay right there so he could argue with me. I feel like he wanted to get stole in his face. But yeah, he was arguing with me. He just kept on going on. And we got into a real argument. Mind you, this is my old school. My school before now. This was not even that long ago. But yeah, he started talking stuff. He started catching attitude, and he started getting mad, talking about like I said, Miss G, she was like, Miss OG, she was like, come on, remove yourself. He did not want to remove himself, so he kept on going on and on, talking about he was gonna beat me up. It's not gonna be the last fight that I had when I punched him beside his head, and he wasn't fighting back. I guess he really was gonna fight back this time. But I feel like he was just really pressing the issue. Ooh. I feel like, my glasses is really, hold on. My bad. So, like I said, I remember Miss OG trying to tell him to come on. He didn't want to come on. So then, he started talking about some most stuff. Like I said, I remember him when I punched upside his head. He thought it's not gonna be like the last fight. I'm gonna really beat you up this time. I'm like, okay, Jerry, you're not about that life. You can't fight. Everybody knows you as a cookie. I'm gonna say that. I'm not gonna say. But I really want to say everybody knows you as a cookie. The teachers and all. The teachers and all. Everybody know you as a fat cookie that don't get no money. That's a punk that talks around his mouth, but not really gonna throw them hands like that. That's why the other kid beat him up. He can't fight. He's taller than me too, but he's a, you know what? He don't get no money. He's a bum. He can't fight. He run his mouth. Like, go on, little boy. At this point, so me and him, we started getting into an argument. Like I said, we still get into an argument. So I remember I took my wipes. Say these my wipes, and I'm writing myself, and they was on like this little desk, like this little stand that you keep all your stuff, while the papers and stuff at. So I remember I just took it like this, and I was like, you say something again, I'm gonna do this bite test and I'm gonna run up. He said something again. I think in my head, that was the wrong decision that you could ever pick in your life. Imagine he's sitting in his chair. I said, boom. I ran up. I said, boom, 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 boom. So now punching him, and he got up. I ain't gonna lie, he was swinging though. He was swinging, but he a little fat. So when I was swinging, his was coming in. They was coming in hard, but I wasn't feeling them. But they was slow. But mine was still boom, boom, boom. So then, say like that's like over there is like say right here. This right here. I'm the computer right here. So I'm like the computer, and when I'm swinging, I'm just boom, ding, 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 and he's swinging. So all I remember him, I don't know if he scratched me like right here, but I think it's when he had bum rushed me. When it was fighting or whatever, I think he just stopped fighting, and he just bum rushed me like a freaking football player. So I boom, and I instantly like fall, like where like the desk with all the papers and stuff at. And I remember me falling back, and yeah, I remember me falling back, and I ran like back into the TV thing, you know, the TV, and like the little desk where they keep all the papers up, where the teacher set up when so they could talk. So I remember he bum rushed me like into the back. I was still boom, boom, boom. Mind you, I ain't gonna lie. If them wasn't them two ladies, because if you watching this two ladies, I love y'all. I know Miss G, Miss OG, I know you probably just gonna watch this. I love Miss OG and Miss Fergus and Miss Frog. I'm gonna call her Miss Frog. I love you, Miss Frog. So when he bum rushed me, I went back, and Miss C, I do remember. I remember like when I had ran up and boom. I remember Miss Cece. I remember Miss OG. She was standing over there by her desk. I feel like she was picking the right time to stop it. But when he bum rushed me, or whatever, he bum rushed me, and I'm still sticking him. But Miss Cece, she come over, and when he started getting tired, he bum rushed me, and Miss Cece, she came, and she like, stop. And Miss Frog, she came. And I'm still like trying to pull on his shirt, trying to yank him. I'm like, come on. I'm throwing my papers at him. My glasses fell out. These glasses, they fell out my pocket because I really don't wear them. But Miss Cece, she took me out. Oh, Miss Frog, she took me out, and she took me for a walk. And I just, at that, when she still was taking me for a walk, I still was seeing red, and I still was ready to go round after round, after round, after round, after round. But it took everything in me not to. When I seen him, when we came back in that classroom, it took everything in me not to run up again and not to swing again. It took everything in me, because I was going to dog him. Worse than what that fight was. He thought that little boy think he's so freaking tough. And like, y'all know who Summer is? Summer off of Baddies. Baddies Midwest. I don't know if y'all watched it. But if y'all know Summer off of Baddies Midwest, that's just, he act just like her. He act just like Summer. Just like Summer. Like, he talk right his mouth. But I can't say he will get in the paint, but he will get his ass whooped. He will get in the paint, but he talk, but he can't fight. That little boy can't fight at all. He can't fight at all. I'm just being dead serious. That boy can't fight. He can't square up. He can't get in the, he can't get in there. And when his punches is not directly, but sticking. So after all the commotion, Miss Frog, she took me back in the classroom, and and I went to go get the paper, the little note that I was writing for Miss Mo Money. And when I gave it to Miss Mo Money, she was just like, you know, that yeah, that's kind of me. I don't know. Y'all don't know. Miss that's my money, but I'm telling you, she's the most nicest person. If you watching this, oh, and if you watching this, I love you, Miss. I love you so much. So much. I hope everybody still sees me. It counts. That's so real. It really understood me and what I stood. So if you watching this, anybody there, if you're watching this, I love you. This counts. It's my money. Oh, you see this? I just want to tell you, I love you. I was thinking about you walking out that classroom. It was heartbreaking. And just everybody at that school, they love me so much. Like I was like, and I could not get enough. Everybody there. And I have to walk away from it. And I miss you guys so much. And I hope you guys understand it. It's too much. It's just too much. I'll get back with you guys. Okay. I'm back. So, clearly this gonna be the end of the video. Anybody there? I love everybody. Love you guys. Please. Love you guys. Peace.